Hi, this is Shantae Dawson, founder of C Squared Accounting LLC, where our streamlined accounting solutions guide pet care entrepreneurs to increase profits and productivity so that they can focus on providing high quality care. Today, we're going to be discussing bookkeeping basics. Let's call it Bookkeeping 101. I'm going to cover what is bookkeeping and why does it matter, some essential bookkeeping tasks that everyone should know, and discuss some software options and tips for managing that software. So let's start by providing a foundation and answer the question, what exactly is bookkeeping? So bookkeeping is the process of recording and organizing your financial transactions. It is the beginning of taking your financial data and turning it into financial information. It's the foundation of your business's financial health. So, you want to know why it's important? Well, there are lots of reasons why bookkeeping is important, but I'm going to give you a few that I think are the top ones to consider. So, first, everyone's favorite, compliance. Compliance is important when it comes to bookkeeping because it helps you stay on top of your taxes and any legal requirements. Bookkeeping is important from a reporting aspect. You're able to easily generate financial reports such as your income statement, your balance sheet, your cash flow, which are essential for your stakeholders, investors, even lenders who may be assessing your business for potential funding or partnerships. Profitability is another area where bookkeeping is really important because it shows where your money is coming from and where it's going. It gives you a better picture of how much money you actually have. For example, if you're running a pet boarding facility, you might want to know how profitable holiday boarding is compared to your regular days, and proper bookkeeping will definitely help give you that insight. Also, it helps with decision making. It gives you clear data to make informed choices about growing your business. It supports you in creating accurate budgets and other financial plans. And it also allows you to establish reasonable goals for your business and more easily monitor those goals. KPIs, anyone? And I think last but definitely not least is proper good bookkeeping helps reduce stress. This is probably the most overlooked benefit, and it's really the culmination of the items that we've discussed. When, those things are going well, it reduces your stress. Having your financial records in order really allows you to not worry about missing deadlines or losing track of expenses or being unprepared for tax season. You can be confident that your records are well taken care of, and then you can focus on the other things that you need to grow your business. So I hope that was helpful. Now let's talk about some of the key tasks that you should focus on in your bookkeeping routine. The first is to track your income and expenses. So you want to record every payment you receive, whether it's cash, credit, or even a check, and every dollar that you're spending. So I know it can be hard to manage the money coming in and out, but there are a lot of ways that you can automate those types of activities these days, and we'll discuss that a little more later. But some of the common categories that you'll want to include when you're looking at your expenses are pet supplies, your payroll, your marketing expenses, utilities, and even small things like office supplies. Like, it's really important to keep track of all of these things. The next thing that we'll want to talk about is reconciling your bank accounts. Fun, right? So when you're reconciling your bank accounts, you're going to match your financial records with your bank statements. So doing this process on a monthly basis is really helpful, and it allows you to catch any differences between what you expect to be in these accounts and what the bank says you have. This ensures that your records are both accurate and complete. And remember, everyone makes the occasional mistake, even banks. So it's best to stay on top of reconciling these accounts. The third thing that I like to discuss today is monitoring your accounts receivable and your accounts payable. So, accounts receivable is for those things that you may allow someone to purchase on credit or a service that you perform that is not quite paid in full. Your accounts payable is obviously those things where you've purchased something and you owe someone. So we really want to keep track of both of these accounts, and you want to make sure that you're receiving money timely and that you're making your payments timely. Paying vendors on time and taking advantage of any favorable terms that they offer is a really good way to save some money without doing much, to be honest. So the most common way to monitor your accounts receivables and your accounts payable is by viewing your AR and AP aging. And these are detailed customer or vendor level tools that track the age of transactions based on a specific date. So it pretty much tells you how long something has been outstanding. Next, we'll talk about organizing receipts. So you want to use tools to scan and store your receipts digitally. That way you can organize them by year or by type, whatever your preference is. But this will be very helpful at tax time and protect you in case of audits. And the last thing that I want to talk about is reviewing your financial reports. So you want to regularly check your income statement or profit and loss statement, your balance sheet, and your cash flow to understand your financial health. And if you missed our previous video, we did talk about a high-level overview of these statements, so you should definitely go check that out. So the last thing that I wanted to take some time and discuss today are software options. So there are definitely tons of software out there that can help with your bookkeeping. And I want to talk about two of the most popular options, and that's QuickBooks and Xero. So QuickBooks, QBO, QuickBooks Online is what you're hearing now because that's the most popular option that I would say most people are using these days. But a little bit about QuickBooks is that it is great for small to medium-sized businesses. Its features include invoicing, payroll, and expense tracking. It integrates with many apps like PayPal and Square. It's pretty user-friendly. Like I said, it's widely used. But honestly, some people can feel that it is a bit pricey. The other tool that's really commonly used is Xero, and that's Xero with an X. It's an excellent choice for small businesses. That's kind of what they have tailored their services for. It's known for its clean and easy to navigate interface. It includes project tracking and inventory management, and it works well for businesses that have international clients or vendors. So if you're thinking about expanding out of the country, Xero may be the option for you. Both of these tools offer free trials, and I would recommend exploring them to see which fits your needs best. For pet care businesses, you'll want to look for features like appointment scheduling integration or mobile apps for your on-the-go management. I'm personally a QBO Pro advisor, so if you're interested in learning more about that tool specifically, feel free to reach out with your questions. And if I don't know the answer off the top of my head, I definitely will be able to find it for you. So now that we've talked a little bit about some of the most popular tools out there, let's go over a few tips for getting started with these softwares. So tip number one is to take time to set up your chart of accounts. So the chart of accounts is basically the backbone of your system. You'll make sure that you have an account for all your assets, such as cash, inventory, equipment, your property that you may own. Um, you want to have something for your liabilities, which are your accounts payables, your loans, and those things. You'll want to have accounts for your revenue. I would recommend that you have that broken out by the different streams that you have. So, if you're a veterinarian and you've got, your services, but if you're also, selling certain medicines and things like that, you would want to separate those out. You'll also want to make sure that you have your expenses in their own accounts. So things like your payroll, your utilities, you'll want to have separate accounts for those as well. The second thing that I would recommend is to automate tasks like recurring invoices or bank feeds to save you time. Automation is really key to saving you time and reducing the risk of mistakes. You just have to make sure that it's set up correctly. And third, you want to back up your data regularly, especially if you're using desktop versions. I personally recommend using a web-based version because that helps avoid a lot of the loss. But you can never be too careful, so backing up your data regularly is a crucial step. I mean, remember, your data is the key to unlocking the valuable information that you need. So, even the best software won't replace good habits, though. You want to make it a point to dedicate time each week to your bookkeeping. And if you don't have that time, you should really look into getting someone to help you with that, like me. So that wraps up our Bookkeeping 101 session. I hope this gave you a clearer picture of what bookkeeping involves and how it can help your business thrive. If you're feeling overwhelmed or need personalized help, reach out to me. That's exactly what I'm here for. Also, be sure to check out our upcoming live streams where you'll get more useful information like this. So, if you found this content valuable, please like or comment below. Now, go unleash your business's full potential. Thanks.